2 today.
And first up is Valerie Rosado. Valerie Rosado Beatty. I just want to make sure I didn't screw up the last name. Val is celebrating 20 years of service. So Val is currently our access coordinator. She was working as a sales associate at a store in Manhattan when her mom, sister, and dad all slowly started to move out of the city and decided to move upstate. So Val's sister was working at CDTA as a customer service representative. So Val decided to apply for a travel trainer position and move to Albany to be closer to her family. She was a travel trainer for 2 years and then promoted to sales clerk. She then went on to become the business development coordinator, sales manager, manager of customer service, and now she serves as our access coordinator. So as our access coordinator, Val gets to assist seniors by coordinating and scheduling their rides. She says she enjoys working with the seniors, that they brighten her day most of the time, and that she has grown close with a lot of them. Over the last 20 years, Val says the biggest change that she has seen at CDTA is how much our service has grown. She says we service more areas and offer more mobility options such as bike share and car share. She says her favorite CDTA memory is volunteering for the Fall Festival every year. She loves that event, and she loves that it's all about the students, and she enjoys everyone from different departments coming together to make it happen. So what has kept Val here for the past 20 years? She says it's the support that she has received and the flexibility that is offered. She has always been able to take care of her family without worrying about her job. In her spare time, Val loves to spend time with her family, especially her 3 grandchildren and her grandpuppy. She also has a crafting business and makes several different items that she sells. As for retirement, Val says she is thinking about it but wants to put in at least 5 more years before she sails off into the sunset. Congratulations, Val, on 20 years.
Thank you.
All right, next up today is Christopher Rowe, celebrating 35 years of service. And Chris is our safety and training supervisor. So Chris was serving in the Air Force, driving buses before coming to CDTA. He would drive home to Vermont when he had time off and pass through Albany, and he would see CDTA. Since he had transportation experience in the Air Force, he thought CDTA would be a great fit, so he decided to apply. Chris started in STAR part-time, like many operators did at that time, and then moved to full-time STAR before moving to System 1. In 2003, Chris became our safety and training supervisor. His favorite part of the job is helping operators solve problems and trying to understand who they are as a person and how they best work. He said he also enjoys seeing trainees pass their road tests when they didn't think that they could. He enjoys watching them grow their careers and watching them prosper. The biggest change Chris has seen at CDTA in the past 35 years is that departments now have access to better equipment and the facilities continue to improve. He says what's kept him here is the good pay, benefits, and schedule. He said he has the seniority and flexibility to take time off when he needs to. In his spare time, Chris enjoys being creative. He loves all aspects of art, whether painting or using power tools, and he also likes to create music with different instruments. Chris also enjoys spending time with his daughter, Avery. Retirement is not on the horizon just yet. He said he has a young family, so he plans to keep working for at least another 10 years. Congratulations, Chris, on, thank you, right? Congratulations on 35.
Trying to agree.
Congrats, Joe.
Congratulations.
35 years. Yeah. I think 35 years is a long time, and then I realized I hired him. Exactly. Guy from Vermont. I'll kick off the committee reports with the Board Operations Committee that convened on Wednesday, April 16th.
We previewed the agendas for April's committee meetings and today's board meeting. Lisa Morello joined us and updated the committee on the state budget extenders and the holdups on getting a state budget passed. There were no new updates at that meeting on fiscal issues, so there have been no new earnest negotiations with respect to STOA and capital funding. We don't really have any good information. The latest word from Lisa seems to be that our expectation on STOA funding should be closer to the governor's proposal of a 3.4% increase and not the 9% increase in our budget. So let's see how things play out. They're always talking, as you know, and so it's not done till it's done. So we'll be getting back to that. Mike reported on the onboarding process for our new CEO, Frank Anacaro, that's been prepared internally by the HR and Communications Department, led by Kelly and Jamie. I have reviewed the materials. We're entering a very exciting stage here at CDTA. The board of directors and entire staff seem to be anxious and looking forward to Frank's arrival and his start on May 12th. The committee met in executive session so that Amanda Avery could update the board about pending claims and litigation against CDTA. And lastly, in accordance with CDTA's bylaws, today's meeting represents the annual meeting of the board, and the nominating committee that I appointed, chaired by Jackie McDonough, joined by Jackie Falatico and Pat Lance. The nominating committee is advancing a slate of officers for fiscal year 25-26. Before I ask Jackie to make her report and seek a motion on the resolution that's on our agenda, the next Board Operations Committee meeting is slated for Wednesday, May 14th, here at 110 Waterville Avenue at 9:15 a.m. So, Jackie, tell us what you've done.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to chair the nominating committee. The nominating committee recommends the nomination of the following slate of officers of the Capital District Transportation Authority for one-year terms to continue until the next annual CDTA meeting. Chair, Jamie B. Lahut. Vice Chair, Michael J. Crichone. Secretary, Jacqueline Falatico. And Treasurer, Denise A. Figueroa.
Thank you. Thank you for your work on this and working with Jackie and Pat to get that set. Unless there's any objections, I'd like to get a motion on the resolution to approve the slate as a whole. Peter, thank you for the motion. Second by Dave. Any questions or comments about that? All those in favor of the slate of officers say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's approved. So thank you again for the committee doing the work, and of course for everyone on the board serving things. Just what I find interesting about this board is when things are moving along just right, it just doesn't seem to like totally swing in. There's something new that pops up, so it keeps it interesting. It's not a dull board. We'll move on to the Performance Monitoring Committee. Peter Walls.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll try to keep things moving along and predictable. The committee met on April 23rd here at the 110 Waterville Ave. We have a couple of items that we'll need to have a motion on, and I'll read through them. I'll start with the consent agenda items. We need to approve a contract for fuel. Recently, the market price for diesel has dropped, making it attractive to lock in a long-term fuel contract. We were able to lock in a price of $2.39 per gallon, 30-cent decrease from the contract that expires in August 2026. So we need a motion to award a 6-month contract for diesel fuel to take effect on September 1st, 2026 to Mirabito Energy Products of Binghamton, New York, for a minimum value of $2.7 million.
Can we get a motion on that, Denise? Second by Jackie Falatico. Any questions or comments? We go through this every once in a while. Good price. Takes advantage of it.
I'll say $350,000.
Say $350,000.
That's almost
Good.
That's almost 1/4% of what we hoped for.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's approved.
All right, the investment committee, annual approval of investment of our investment policy. The public authorities law requires an annual review of our investment policy. Our policy explains how we invest, monitor, and report on investments. The policy was reviewed by our investment manager, Ray Point, and general counsel for compliance. No changes were recommended, so we need a motion to approve the 2025 investment policy.
Motion on that, Mike, and second by Jackie McDonough. Any questions, something we have to do for the ABO? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved.
And thank you for the work, furthering work on that. Now on to administrative discussion items, fleet inspection annual report. The Transit Resource Center has completed its annual fleet maintenance audit. Key findings were that A defects decreased from 33 to 14, right? That's good, none of which were ADA related, so these are really positive, positive feedback. The total defects are down from 463 to 373, with a total defect average of 5.3 defects per bus compared to last year's 6.6 defects per bus. The audit included positive results with facility inspections, and 93% of sampled preventative maintenance inspections were completed on time. Going forward, we'll focus our proactive approach to quality assurance inspections, internal audits, training, and exterior conditions. The report was accepted by the committee. Monthly management report. Trish, or there you are, okay. Trish provided Trish provided the monthly management report for March. Mortgage tax receipts were under budget 3.1%. Never mentioned that to Carm if you see him outside, because he was always really positive and upbeat on that. And customer fares were 4.3% under budget for the year. Facilities revenue outperformed projections by 4% for the year. Interest income was $328,000 over budget due to improved cash management and favorable interest rates. Wages were over budget by 0.5%, and workers' compensation was under budget by 32.6% for the year. Other benefits were over budget 8% for the year due to timing issues. We ended the year with a 2% variance in our $139 million budget, and I think as I commented there that, you know, the one thing you know when you're projecting or estimating or forecasting is that you're gonna be wrong. But rarely are you as close to being right as you guys were, so great job. Monthly non-financial report, Chris Desney gave the non-financial report for March. Fixed route ridership was up 6.5%. Starless ridership was up 11%. On-time performance for fixed route service was 73.6%. On-time and star decreased to 75%. And we missed just 0.1% of all scheduled trips. There were 18 preventable accidents and 20 non-preventable accidents. And we finished the year with an all-time high ridership of 18.5 million. And that is the report. The next meeting of this committee is on May 21st. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Peter. Any questions for him on that? Chance to pepper him with the.
Don't encourage.
No. Next time. We'll move on to Community Stakeholder Relations Committee, David Stackrow.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The committee met on April 24th in person here at 110 Waterville Ave and via Microsoft Teams. Staff provided a report on the 2025 marketing plan and the monthly earned media and community engagement report. John Scherzer reviewed our marketing plan for 2025. The plan looks to highlight our transition to a new CEO, increase ridership, enhance the CDTA brand, and workforce development. Our message remains rooted in the pillars of innovation, connection, and community. Core messaging will focus on telling the CDTA story, what we do, who we serve, and why we matter. We will look for ways to highlight how CDTA connects people to what matters and how our brand is woven into the lives of the people who live and work in the capital region. Jamie Caslow provided the Earned Media and Community Relations report. Last month, CDTA issued 4 press releases and we earned 11 placements in television, newspaper, and radio, both locally and nationally, with an estimated value of $12,000. Stories included the announcement of our new CEO, CDPHP's Cycle Season 9 kickoff, and a donation of buses to Tompkins Consolidated Area Transit in Tompkins County to help them out with a bus shortage they are experiencing. Jamie outlined several community engagement activities that we participated in over the last month. Some of those include providing transportation for the New York State Dr. King Career Fair and the first Patriot flight of the season to Washington, D.C., as well as hosting students from Questar 3 BOCES in our maintenance department. Looking ahead, we will participate in the CDPHP Workforce Challenge and United Way's 518 Day. The next meeting of the committee will be on Thursday, May 22nd at 11:15 a.m. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank
Any
you.
questions? Anybody want to pepper Dave with a question?
Bring them on.
Not hearing any peppering, we'll move on to Strategic and Operational Planning Committee. Mike Christian.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Strategic and Operational Planning Committee met last Thursday, and we have one consent agenda item for the board today, and that is to approve the flex service zone change. As per Title VI policy, we are required to perform a Title VI analysis that addresses proposed Gilderland flex zone changes. The proposed change involves consolidating the Gilderland zone into an area that shows to improve wait time efficiencies. We will also be moving to a point-to-point model. Finally, we will add service to the 117 to address customer concerns. A summary of customer feedback was provided at the committee meeting. We need a motion to approve the flex equity analysis and authorization to implement the changes based on customer feedback. The modifications will go into effect on May 25th, along with other service changes.
Get a motion on that resolution? Jackie, seconded by Jackie. Hopefully you caught that. Any questions? It was a good presentation at the committee meeting about the changes that are proposed. Very interesting. Do you have anything to add to any of that, Mike?
No, it was a very good presentation.
And all those in favor of the resolution say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, and then the committee had two administrative discussion items. First being the main PIC changes. Throughout the course of the year, we make periodic service adjustments to advance organizational goals, respond to customer and stakeholder needs, maintain and improve on-time performance, and match the level of service to the level of demand on each route. In summary, we will be making the following service adjustments for the May PIC. Reductions driven by colleges being out of session, resumption of summer services and trolleys, schedule adjustments to consolidate stops and to improve on-time performance, and flex and 117 adjustments. The second administrative discussion item was the overview of the fleet status. Lance Arcone provided an overview of the status of the fleet from 2015 to present. The trolley fleet has increased due to the addition of Schenectady and Glens Falls service. The flex fleet has increased due to the rapid expansion of on-demand services. The commuter fleet remains flat. This is due to the addition of Montgomery County being offset by the reductions of the Northway Express. The fixed route fleet has grown 25% with key drivers being Bus Plus, Universal Access, and the expansion into 2 new counties. This includes 49 articulated and 8 electric buses. Total miles traveled has increased 30%. The overall fleet size has increased 36%, and we perform 500 more PMIs annually. This has been managed with flat staffing levels, yet with minimal service interruptions and defects. This is a testament to the effectiveness of the maintenance department. However, it is unlikely sustainable in the coming years. The next meeting of the committee will be May 22nd at 12 p.m. here at 110 Waterloo Ave via Microsoft Teams. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Mike. That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions about that? All right. Thank you, Mike, again, and then we'll move on to the CEO report.
So I have a couple things that have already been mentioned or implied here, but One of the things that just happened the other day is I thought we actually had a budget in place, but according to some of the experts, it's a conceptual budget. So they passed a 2-day budget extender until at least tomorrow to work out amongst the committees and conferences how a lot of this money will be divvied up around the state. So unfortunately, as Jamie mentioned, it doesn't look too good for us. Kind of the floor for us will be the 3.4% increase from the state. There is other money that might be put into transit, but we don't know yet. So maybe we'll get more than 3.4, but we're certainly not gonna get 9%. So remains to be seen what happens and we'll adjust accordingly, but that's kind of the latest and greatest unless something's happened in the last half hour or so. But on to good news. So this was already mentioned, but we've just finished a year with record ridership, almost 18.5 million people, the most ever in CDTA's career. So I think that's pretty awesome. I think everybody here does a terrific job, our drivers, mechanics, everybody. And I think that investments in service improvements and technology and the customer experience all makes a difference, and we're going to continue to grow that going into the next fiscal year. So that's just an awesome accomplishment to get to 18.4 million rides. Frank, as everybody knows, Frank starts here May 12th. I've been talking to him on a weekly basis, sometimes twice, just to kind of keep him up to speed with what's going on here. Let's see, CDPH cycle kicked off its ninth season. We have several new station locations. We've grown our bikes to about 600 bikes now. I think about 400 electric and 200 pedal. I think that's about right, Jonathan? Yeah. Okay, all right. And we have a new app too, to make it even easier for folks. So the monthly performance measures, we already talked about that with Pete and Mike and Dave. Nobody peppered them with any questions. So, but if I forgot to mention we had record ridership, I just want to add that one more time. And then let's see some other things here. On March 27th, I met with some representatives from Greyhound with Chris and Jeremy. Greyhound's exploring new facility possibilities in downtown Albany, because they will be moving out of their old building. They are looking to partner with us. Not sure what they're looking for exactly, but details to follow. We're still talking to them, but that's just something that's on the horizon. Just some more meetings with different senators and assembly people during the month. And then on Thursday, actually April 3rd, I spoke at the graduation of the first CDTA Leadership Academy. And that was great. It's led by TransPro, but it's the first type of leadership academy we've ever had. We had 12 individuals go through this training. It's for 6 months. It was aimed at improving leadership, communication, and performance skills for a diverse group of people that represented like 7 different departments here at CDTA. So it was really good. I think we'll probably have a little bit more information on that at one of the committee meetings, either next month or the month after. But it was a great experience, I think, for everybody, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. So I know we've invested a lot of money in training in the last year, and it's starting to show its fruits. So, and then let's see. Lastly, I just wanted to thank everybody. This is my last meeting here, filling in as the interim CEO. It's been a great pleasure to work with the board. You guys are all awesome to work with. I can't say enough great things about the board, but everybody else too. The staff has been great. Everybody's been really helpful to me, so appreciate that.
All right, thank you, Mike. Our pleasure as well. Moving on to board member comments, I was remiss in not acknowledging Georgie Nugent's role as secretary to the board for many years now, and she's been kind of running all over the place. So Georgie, thank you for attending the meeting remotely, but also for your long tenure as secretary. Really appreciate the work that you've done and look forward to seeing you back here sometime soon. Any other comments from the board?
I'd like to, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would just like to thank Emily DeVito for an inspirational story, in case anybody didn't see it in the Times Union today.
So two comments, if I could. Mike, thank you for stepping in to fulfill the role that you have been in for the last few months. As a board member, it has been a breath of fresh air to have you leading the organization. I know that some staff certainly feel that way because they've expressed that to some of us. But it's been nice to feel engaged again as a board member instead of just being presented with completed staff work to approve. So I want to thank you for re-energizing me and I think the rest of the board in the time that you've been in the role. And certainly wish you well as you transition back into your previous role and whatever that will be going forward. But thanks for what you've done. It has been change making, so I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Dave, appreciate that.
And second, just on the maintenance audits, we've been doing those now for 20 to 25 years, somewhere in there. So just the kudos to the maintenance team. You know, you heard in Mike's report the size of the increase in our fleet. We heard the number of PMIs that are done in an annual year. And we heard that the maintenance team has been basically flat as far as the size of the team. So clearly you're doing more with less or no more. You're doing more with no more. But the results of that audit prove how hard everybody is working to make sure that we're staying, and actually you improve, so that's even better. So I just want to say thank you for that because I know where we were 20 or 25 years ago when we started those audits, and to say that it's night and day is not even fair. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Any other comments? Seeing none, then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Our next meeting is the end of May, a month from now, May 28th, 12 noon, right here, 110 Waterville Avenue. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Second, thank you, Jackie. We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.